Hello everybody, welcome back to Sonic Origins. My name is Don, and this is Sonic CD on the Sega CD, released in 1993. This canonically takes place before Sonic's 1 and 2. Not only that, this was made by the Japanese branch of Sega, whereas Sonic 2 was American made. Which explains the rather odd differences between the Spin Dash in this game and Sonic 2, even though you can turn on the Sonic 2 Spin Dash in the collection if you truly want to. I certainly did. And also why the fox is not in the room. Even though he's right there, you can place him in the collection. For right now, I'm going to play as Amy Rose. Amazing intro from Toei Animation, even though it was horrendously bit crushed in the original Sega CD version, which was kind of the Mega CD's thing, just super compressed audio and visuals all over the place, but that's besides the point. So how does Sonic CD fare? Well, it's an experience. I mean, honestly, it is different from Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles, but I'm not sure if it's in a good way. I'm gonna explain the mechanics. It'll have these signposts that say past and future, and when you pass those, ow. Okay, I never noticed that before. Once you pass through those signs and keep enough speed up, you'll see stars form around you. And if you keep speed up for long enough, you'll travel through time. When you go to the past, that's when you'll find stuff like the robot generators, and also a projection of Metal Sonic stomping animals, which is kind of dark for a Sonic game, but who's judging? We're back in the past of Palmtree Panic, and we're already at the end of the stage. Okay, so we won't show off the generators just yet, but we will show off the special stage. And just like in Sonic 1, you need 50 rings and make it to the end of the stage, and then you'll see this giant ring that you have to jump through. Now, these special stage can be a bitch because of the hit detection. What you have to do is destroy these UFOs. There are a grand total of either 5 or 6 throughout each special stage. You're also on a timer too. It starts at 100 seconds, and if you run on the water, you lose time. A lot of time. And if you find yourself low on time, which I think it's either 25 or 20 seconds before expiration, a blue UFO will appear somewhere on the stage. You want to destroy that to get more time. The first stage is easy, of course. It doesn't get hard until special stage 4 or 5. And that's when shit gets real. Amy's got a time stone. That's right, time stones, not Chaos Emeralds. You cannot turn into Super Sonic in Sonic CD. However, not only do you get the good ending if you collect all the time stones, it automatically secures the good future for every zone, instantly bypasses the need to time travel to the past to destroy the robot generators in Acts 1 and 2, and, well, like I said before, you just get the good ending. And taking out all the robot generators comes with benefits too, because that Batnik right there, all these Batniks, they won't be here otherwise if I destroyed each and every generator. That's why I'm going on a mission to hunt down each and every time stone, because Sonic CD is very exploration based. And I'm not sure if the level design is that good for the exploration. It's very vertical, which means there are going to be a whole bunch of springs littered everywhere for no rhyme or reason. What the fuck? Sonic CD likes to do that shit too. Probably a collision issue because Sonic 2 also has a similar bug where you just clip through things when you go too fast. And here's a robot generator that we just destroy real quick. Nice stylish entry on Amy's part. Or as she's referred to in the English manual, Sally Acorn. At the time of Sonic CD's release, Sonic the Hedgehog, the Saturday morning cartoon, not to be confused with The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog because that's a whole nother different cartoon. Surprisingly, both Sonics are voiced by Jaleel White, but that's besides the point. In order to find a way to tie this game into that series, Sega of America decided to make a localization error. Say no to animal abuse. But as I was saying earlier, Sega of America's localization error was done without the approval of Sega of Japan's. And because of that, many American kid gamers were confused back in the day and they were like, okay, wait, wasn't Sally a brown squirrel before? Why is she a pink hedgehog all of a sudden? And speaking of which, who is this pink hedgehog? And now the world knows who Amy is with all the succeeding games like the Fighters and obviously the adventure games. And the rest is history. But also take note that Sega of America is probably going to go rogue again and do its own thing compared to Sega of Japan. In fact, there was just a lot of tension between those two branches of Sega back in the day. Which, you know, Saturn and 32X stuff aside, that did harm Sonic for a while, at least in the mid to late 90s before Adventure. Because I'm trying to think, what game in between 3 and Knuckles and Adventure came out? Oh, that's right, Sonic 3D Blast. Ugh. I mean, you got the Fighters, you got Sonic R, which were decent, I guess, but Sonic 3D Blast was... ugh. So I'm gonna go over Amy's inclusion in the Sonic Origins collection because she plays kind of similarly to how Sonic played in Sonic 3. She's got her hammer, which allows her to extend her reach while she's jumping, kind of similarly to the Insta-Shield. Only except where the Insta-Shield is more of a split-second thing, the hammer is active during the whole entire jump arc. If you're looking for Amy's playstyle from Sonic Adventure 1 where she cannot curl into a ball while she jumps, then you're sadly out of luck here. But other than that, Amy's playstyle is still classic Sonic fun. It's good to see these stages are on 60 FPS. The original hardware was rough with these. You still have to be careful though because the UFOs come in quicker and the hit detection is still rather off. God damn it, get off the water! Ah! Getting hit by the chompers does not decrease your time, thank God. It only takes away rings. I think that's another way to fail the stage if you just lose all of your rings and get hit again. Oh my god, it's like 70% air with this UFO. Stupid. Okay, come on. Hit the thing. Oh, actually, no. Go for the extra time, then hit the thing. How did anybody play this back in the day? These are weird. Okay, we got the second time stone. Nice. Act 3 of a stage will immediately take us to the future. Good or bad depending on the situation. If you don't collect all the time stones or destroy the generators, then, well, you get the bad future, complete with all this gray and deteriorating scenery. Anyway, here's Dr. Eggman and Chicken Walker. Yeah, this is the first boss. The bosses in Sonic CD are freaking weird. You don't even need the standard 7 to 8 hits to take Eggman down. Sometimes you just need one. But I guess I could explain how that chicken walker boss worked. Eggman will have these little punching bags up, which you have to like get over so you can get the hit on Eggman 3 times. Pretty easy boss. The more you hit Eggman, which is only 3 times, the more the arms fall off, which makes him even more pathetic. I say Sonic CD was a bit more experimental than the usual Sonic game. Now here's Collision Chaos, and if you're playing as Sonic, this is where Amy gets kidnapped by Metal Sonic. But since I'm playing as Amy herself and Sonic's way too cool to be kidnapped, then there's no hostage situation. We're just playing the adventure as is. But you'll still get the end cutscene with Amy having to be rescued by Sonic because, well, you have to abide by canon somehow. But that's about the gist of it. It's Sonic CD. It came out like 33 years ago. It should be on everybody's mind, or at least everybody should know about this game. And a lot of people do still like this game, so it is definitely one of the more popular Sonic adventures out there. I mean, is it better than Sonic 1? Well, actually, yes it is, but is it better than Sonic 2 or 3? No. Just no. Collision Chaos's gimmick is pinball and bumpers. And it kind of sucks. I do not like this stage at all. It's mainly because the flipper physics are kind of on the jankier side compared to Sonic 2. And this is playing off the Origins collection, so they did fix the collision detection here. Even still with that, the flippers do not feel right to me. There was another robot generator. Let's go back in time. Or at least towards the end of the stage. Either one works. And hopefully not get blindsided by spikes or something strange like that. Oh no, it's Metal Sonic. Say no to animal abuse. And then Sonic out of nowhere just says, "That's no good." Right, where's the end of the stage here? Now, see what I mean when I said earlier that there are just springs littered everywhere for no reason? Well, there you go, one just bounced me way back. Let's just get to the ring. Do like that wavy lake in the background. Sonic CD has some truly impressive graphics, even more visually colorful than what the 3 Sonic games on the Genesis could do. The one thing that's disappointing about the graphics in this game is, well, Sonic himself, as it's literally the same sprite from Sonic 1. Come on! You're gonna see me miss UFOs a lot, and I shouldn't have. The fans on the ground are actually good to use because that will get you off the ground and the water, and it seems like it'll gain a bit more control of yourself. Not by much, but at least you won't get pinballed around the track like it's F-Zero or something. Honestly, that's the first thing that comes to mind when I see this visual style of the special stage is F-Zero. Oh, Nintendo needs to bring that series back. Where's the other UFO? Oh, there it is. Get it, Amy! No! Now, the UFOs do follow patterns. It's not like they're completely random with their movements, so if you can track down their movement speed, then you'll get the gist of the special stages no problem. And we just got the puke green time stone. Nice! Honestly, what color is that? That's not even yellow, and it's not even green either. Get that off of the screen, please. Now, this is, well, technically Sonic 2 is the first game to incorporate this, but the 7 rule. You have to collect 7 gemstones now. The main reason being, I guess you know, Dragon Ball Z was popular in the 90s. I feel like I shouldn't explain that because that was the primary reason why 7 emeralds. But there were some Sonic games after Sonic 1 that broke the 7 rule. Mainly the 8-bit titles, Sonic Blast, which had 5 emeralds for some reason, and Sonic Spinball, which had 16 emeralds. All of which were blue. It really wasn't until Sonic 3 and Knuckles that it established 7 Chaos Emeralds total, plus 7 Super Emeralds and the Master Emerald, and then Sonic Adventure was just 7 Chaos Emeralds plus the Master Emerald. Though if you want to get even more confusing, Knuckles does have the ability to break the Master Emerald into several pieces, which they themselves could also classify as emeralds. Ugh. Sega, why the hell do you make Sonic games so damn confusing? Anyway, we just destroyed another robot generator, which means peace on Little Planet. For now. Look, listen, Sonic's on vacation right now and Amy's doing her best to get things right. Oh, here's the thing I don't get about Collision Chaos in the background. Why is there a lake upside down? And trees? Does Little Planet abide by different laws of physics? Like, what's going on back there? Nice. Special stage number 4. And this is where everything gets kind of bullshit hard here. It's either this or the next one. We shall see. Dude! It's gonna be a running gag with these special stages, I'm telling you. Missed the goddamn UFOs by a hair. No shit, stop bouncing! The miscellaneous blue UFOs that are already on the field, those will grant you some items like speed up shoes, rings, and I think there was something else too, but I'm forgetting at the moment. Actually, I think it was just those 2 items. Just got speed up shoes right there, and that actually makes the special stage harder because I can't really control myself if I'm going that fast. There we go. Amy! Amy, you're standing on water! Jesus Christ is now apparently a pink hedgehog. I think the game is in safe hands. Anyway, we just got 4 of the 7 time stones. 3 more to go, and plenty of opportunities to nab them. Sonic CD does have 7 stages, and just like in Sonic 1, you have until the final zone to get all of the time stones. Or does the final stage allow you to collect the time stones still? I'm not sure. I collected the time stones long before then. Anyway, here's the boss of Collision Chaos in the good future for once. Amy, get back down there. Eggman here is at the top of this pinball board and you have to make your way up it. It's a pinball gimmick. And let me tell you, I wish I was this lucky playing Sonic Spinball because what the hell is this shit? I get him on the first pinball flip. Some other playthroughs I've seen on YouTube, the players just fumbling with the physics, which I don't blame them at all because Sonic CD's pinball physics are jank. Though nowhere near as jank as, say, Sonic Spinball, but still not great. But that's it for Collision Chaos. Onwards to Tidal Tempest. You will notice that the stage names do follow an alliteration, so 2 T's, double D's, 5 A's, you get the gist. Oh nice, this is my favorite track in the game. Just like with every other Sonic game, I absolutely love the whole entire soundtrack here. Both versions of the soundtrack, because you got the American version, you got the European/Japanese version. With the overseas version being a bit more cheerful and poppy, and, well, the American version sounding more menacing because Americans just like angry things. But both OSTs have their distinct weaknesses and strengths. I can't really pick which version I like better though. Well, probably from nostalgia's sake, I'm gonna say the American version, but the Japanese version's really good too. So if people say that they prefer the Japanese version, I could see why. It is catchier. Which brings me to my next question. What's your favorite version of the Sonic CD soundtrack? Here's Tidal Tempest and its Labyrinth Zone 2.0! Except nowhere near as annoying as Labyrinth. And there are also plenty of opportunities to get air here. In fact, you're in more danger of getting crushed to death here than actually drowning, because you have these blocks that go in and out of the walls. And sometimes when you use the spring to go up, there just so happens to be a block that's going into the wall, and it pinches you. So you want to be careful of that. That's a quirk that's been in almost every 2D Sonic game so far. Even Mania. Mania also has that quirk too. It's gonna be hard to gain some speed and time travel in this zone. Ugh. Just as long as I get to the end with 50 rings, I'm good. But yeah, Tidal Tempest, it's really just Labyrinth Zone 2.0. Nowhere near as tedious. Also doesn't have music that's trolly as all hell like Labyrinth Zone did. So this is actually catchy. Oh, here are the crusher blocks. These things suck. Don't need the air bubble, the surface is right there. And see right here, if you jump on the spring in the wrong time, you will get crushed. And crushing in Sonic games is no good, because you die in one hit and you start back at the checkpoint. Or if you didn't hit a checkpoint, the beginning of the stage. Special Stage 5. This is where the gem hunting starts to show its teeth. Look at that UFO right there. It's going so fast. And also the solid ground starts to get replaced with more and more water, so you want to watch out for that. These sort of special stages do make a return in Sonic Advance 2 in a very convoluted way of collecting special rings in order to get Chaos Emeralds, and I do not like Sonic Advance 2's method of collecting Chaos Emeralds in that game, but that's besides the point. Instead of destroying UFOs, you have to collect 50 or more rings and avoid the Robot Zero from Sonic Adventure, who is chasing you across the stage. Amy, slow down. Oh, actually no. You could go as fast as you want now. No Mouth Amy's got a Chaos Emerald. So adorable. Anyway, that's 5 out of 7. Did I just call it a Chaos Emerald? I meant Time Stone. That just goes to show you how non-important the Time Stones are and mistake them for Chaos Emeralds. In fact, outside of a mention from Sonic and Shadow Generations, the Time Stones don't appear again at all in any of the games after this. You would think they would appear again in Sonic Forces or Sonic 06 because those games dealt with time travel or dimension hopping, so yeah, but no. Just no. Sega forgot about the Time Stones. Anyway, here's Robotnik again. And you would think this would be a Labyrinth Zone remake because Eggman is running away from you just like he did with Sonic. But no. Actually, no. He does have some sort of contraption, and it's still just as lame as it was with any other boss in this game. Okay, so logically, he surrounded himself with bubbles which I can breathe in, and he dies in one hit. But since I'm Amy, I could negate the bubbles and just kill him instantly. As Sonic, you have to breathe in the bubbles in order to create an opening, but stupid boss is stupid. Anyway, I'll see you guys in part 2.